Hello?
Good morning, Nick.
Peter? Peter Brown? Peter Brown from YouTube?
Yeah, it's Peter. I want to send you something.
Pete.
I'll make a blank and then send it over, and you can turn it. It'll be fun, like a collab.
Yeah. Mate, I'm well up for that. I reckon it'd be a great little collaboration.
Awesome.
Let's do this.
All right, I'll let you know when we get closer.
Cheers, Pete.
I want to send Nick something that he can turn on the lathe. And honestly, the ball has been in my court for a long time on this, but it occurred to me that it might be fun to give him a sphere blank. I know I can pour a blank that will produce a sphere this size, and I think that will give him the most amount of material to do with as he wishes. One of the main issues is that he and I are so similar in what we make that I don't want to try to give him something that he's already done, you know, something that's collaborative between the two of us. Nick made this really cool electric guitar out of CDs. It would be really fun to make him a blank with CD parts in it. I do have this bag of shredded DVDs and CDs that a viewer sent me. I made a project out of this, and it was a really fun project. But what I really want them in much smaller pieces than this. And I'm not sure how to process this into uniform pieces. I'll keep this stuff for the future. That being said, I have gone ahead and stole something from inside the house. Now don't you go tattling on me. So, 17-year-old me would be horrified for two reasons. First off, that I no longer work at the music store. And secondly, that I don't have any CDs. I'm a computer guy, I don't even have blank CDs. So I actually went on eBay and bought a mystery box of CDs. It was like 20 bucks, and they just sent me a box of CDs. I have no idea what's in here. I wanted to wait to do this with you guys and see. Oh my, I love this album. Mighty Mighty Boss Stones. This is crazy. Some of these, oh my gosh, we're gonna shred Jimi Hendrix. This movie is awful. This is Tommy Lee Jones. He puts on this horrible Irish accent. It's awful. Dave Matthews Band, Hootie and the Blowfish, Blues Travelers, Five for Fighting. These are just crazy. What the heck is this? This is a video game. Help, I need somebody help, not just anybody help. You know I need someone. I could put Rod Stewart through the shredder. I don't have a problem with that. Familiar, but I don't know why. Mighty Mighty Boss Stones, U2. Oh, this is a great album. I actually like U2. Oh my gosh, Monster! I played this out. So this album came out on the heels of, you know, sort of the grunge thing that was happening in the US. And this album definitely has more of a grunge feel. It's the Eagles. Go to Hotel California, Boston. It's more than a feeling. Oh, but it's a fake, but it's not. It's Creed. Oh, Elton John. Okay, so here's my shredder, and it's got, right. You probably shouldn't do this. Don't recommend that, but we're making video here, so what it looks like matters. One disc here that looks like a video game. And I'm gonna shred that. Well, this isn't gonna work at all. It's like huge. This is John Coltrane, and we're gonna test him in. I'm gonna try it in this section here. That is exactly what I'm looking for. Super uniform. That's totally what I'm looking for. Okay, it's super messy, so I'm going to put the hopper back on, which is fine. It's safer. Let's get it started properly with the hoop. Apologies. Rod Stewart. Get back. back to where you once belonged. Okay, so based solely on this volume, we're probably going to need every CD in this stack. Welcome to the Hotel California. Oh. 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 We might be overdoing this thing. And then what I'll do is Dave Matthews, I'll go back, oh cheap trick, I'll go back and pull the strips out and pass them through. Pearl Jam, Jeremy spoken, class again. Oops, 2 slipped in there. Whoopsie daisy, we got 2 in there. It's turned off, because I'm not dumb enough to do that. Everybody's like, are you sure? I'm sure. Maybe I am dumb enough. No, I don't want to. I don't want to go. I'm not ready. Okay, we're a little over halfway done. Probably more than halfway done. But I just had super cool looking. Lots of fun colors from the labels and also really nice glittery look. The original idea was to make this whole sphere full, like up to here. And I think I just had an idea. 2 years ago when I started talking to Nick about a project for him, I thought I would make something with these and I just couldn't come up with anything. He's a big fan of these movies and he owns a DeLorean that's been all kitted out. What if we made him a sphere that was 50% CDs and then these guys in the dead center, he'd have the magnification from the sphere would make these look even bigger. Is that a good idea? I think that might be a good idea. I'm going to be using TotalBoat's thickset Fathom for this, and I'm going to be using that because that's what I used on the last sphere, and it worked. I'd like to thank TotalBoat for sponsoring this video. You've seen me use TotalBoat on this channel for years, and there's a good reason for that. It's my favorite resin because it works. And if you would like a discount on your next purchase of resin, simply go to totalboat.com/Peter Brown or click the link in the description below. It couldn't be simpler than that. It looks like 32 ounces, 1 liter, I suppose, for you watching across the pond. And we all know the math is not my strong suit, which is why I like these measuring cups that tell me 2-to-1 ratios. We're gonna go to the 4s. So we'll pour part A to this 4. And then part B to the second 4. I was looking through the CDs that didn't get chopped, and it's funny because I somehow didn't get Sting into the UK pile. This is actually one of my all-time favorite albums, which will tell you what a sap I am. All I need to do now is find a CD player that I can play it on. Get these out of the way. What are those doing there? We're going to add 1 drop of violet here, and this is just to help slow down the yellowing process. All resin yellows. It's just part of resin. How do we feel about that? That's good. And let's give it a stir. My parents loved to buy grape nuts cereal, and so we had that in the house. That's what grape nuts sound like. For those of you who've never eaten grape nut cereal and wants to know what it tastes like, this is what grape nuts taste like. I don't want resin at the top. I do not want a layer of resin at the top. You know what? Everybody stop borrowing trouble. It's not gonna happen. Been to Maker Central twice now, and so I was gonna grab one of Nick's stickers that I've had and put it on the inside of my pressure pot, but I don't have your sticker. Nick, I don't have your sticker. I got one of his mugs, but I don't have a sticker. And I usually let this sit in here for a few days. Hilarious. Okay, that's hilarious. And that's why you don't say famous last words, kids, because we got a nice layer of resin at the top. There's Mighty Mighty Boss Stones. That red one's the Beatles. There's the disc logo. That's pretty cool. There you go, we got some sort of weird looking glitter spaceship here. So something just occurred to me, and I'm going to feel pretty stupid because look at that. That's I could have just flipped the whole thing around and oh it wouldn't have fit. That's why I did it. That's why I did it. Here are the 3 cars. I mean, technically it's just one time machine at 3 different points in its life, right? And I don't know which of the movies is Nick's favorite, probably guess number 1. For me, I don't know, I would probably pick 3 just because it was so hilarious. Okay, so there's dead center. Mark. Let's get a little glue on a couple of the wheels here. So what we're gonna need is some more CDs. I shredded 5 more albums. We'll be headed back to England. All right, we are ready for the next step. And this is the same volume, the same numbers, everything's the same. This part always makes me nervous because that looks really purple, but my brain tells me that this is the outcome. So, I don't know, I guess if it turns out to be a little bit purple, then that won't be the end of the world. So we just want to add some of these to the bottom. We just want to help this illusion that this was all done in one pour. And we know that the CDs sink to the bottom. Okay, it almost filled completely up to the brim here. This is well over 2 liters total. So, hilarious or not, I'm not sure, but one of the bolts wouldn't thread, and I don't know why. I'm kind of in the middle of stuff right now, so luckily I've got the original wing nuts that came with it, but just kind of amusing. Okay. Yes! Oh, I only worried about this for like, I don't know, the last 3 days straight. It's sparkly. Let's get this all packaged up and on its way to, I have absolutely no idea where Nick lives. I know he lives in England, so I better get his address. I'm sending him the blank, a couple of stickers, and a couple extra little things This is the stabilized brownie blank. Here is a stabilized corn cob. The Brits already think we're crazy, so I went ahead and labeled it Old West toilet paper, which unfortunately is true. Here's the blank all completed and ready for Nick. It is currently July of 2024 and I've got to get this in the mail. It's got to get through customs from California all the way over to the UK. I'm super excited to see how this turns out. More than anything, it's just been really fun to do a collaboration with Nick. And again, I said yes to this a while ago and the ball has been in my court for some time. It is finally headed your way. If you want to see how this turns out, follow the link at the end of this video to Nick's video. Now, if you haven't seen Nick's channel before, you're in for a special treat. Go and click on his channel, check out his videos, like, subscribe. He's got a huge volume of videos for you to check out. I think you're gonna love more resin, more turning, more crazy ideas. Nick has a fantastic creativity. Thank you very much for watching. Nick, you ready? Know that diamonds mean money for this art. That's not the shape of my heart.